got independence, most of the countries or UK in specific, a leader said, India will disintegrate, we will not be able to feed our people. Right now we are exporting milk and we are the largest producer of milk in the world. Vegetables, fruits, we are the second next only to China, right? So that's how we have grown, we have taken care, right? Now we are going to the third paradigm. Just look at the democracy, right? I have been in US and saying India is much superior because when you just look at our neighbors, right? Sri Lanka, do you have a stable democracy? No. Bangladesh, do you have a stable democracy? No. China, do you have a stable democracy? No. Pakistan, do you have a stable democracy? No, right? Or any of these regions, if you look at this region, India has a free, fair democracy for all these years without military taking over coup or anything like that, right? That's the power that we are talking about when we talk about the free democratic world that we are in, right? So this is very, very important for each and everyone to understand. So I talked about India, right? Now I quickly jump into the second part of the conversation on what is it for us, right? We are school students here, we are parents. What is in it for us, right? If I call any parent, right, and I say, உங்க கிட்ஸ் பத்தி என்ன நினைக்கிறீங்க, right? What do you think about your kids? இன்னைக்கு அப்படின்னா ரொம்ப டிஸ்ட்ராக்டட்ங்க, எப்பவுமே மொபைல் ஃபோன் வச்சிருக்காங்க. இதே மாதிரி தான் ஜெனரல் கம்ப்ளைண்ட்ஸ் are there, right? So I am a parent, I have two daughters, right? So now when you look at that kid age, right? I am seeing a much better clarity with them than what I had during my age, right? So I'm saying when I was there in say 6th standard, 7th standard or even 12th standard, the students now have a much better clarity, they have a much wider reach and understanding. So the only thing is, are we listening to what they are saying is the bigger question I have, right? We have a dinner break where we say no phone and we don't have a TV at home, right? We don't have a TV at home even today. It's been there for 8 years like that and we don't see a need for a TV. It spoils the conversation that we have within the home, so we just think it is a distraction. If there is a match or something, cricket match which I am very follower of, I watch it on mobile, but otherwise we don't have a TV at home, right? We interact, we connect, we listen to the kids, and that's what I think is a very, very important thing. If we stop using this phone, I'm sure the kids will not go to the phone, they come to us, right? I'm saying that's where I see that how we mold our kids, where they are currently to where we take them. This is where it is very important. Second thing I would say is, when you look at this age of kids, right, their goals change. You look at 6th grade, he'll say, I want to be a doctor. In 7th grade, he'll say, I want to be an engineer. 8th grade, he'll say, animal scientist. 9th grade, it might be a pediatrician, right? It changes every year. Allow that. Don't stereotype the kids saying that my kid said in the 3rd grade he wants to be a doctor, he's going to be a doctor, right? No, let them change, let them evolve, let them learn. Finally, they will arrive at what is their passion in 12th grade or 11th grade, whenever it is. Let's not force fit it saying that this guy in 2nd grade, I know that he is going to be a doctor, he is going to be a doctor, right? Or she is going to be an engineer. Let them evolve, identify their goals over a period of time. In India, the main thing for us, where we are kind of a little lacking is on the research front, right? So these kind of labs, very, very important. Now even to your kids, main thing that you have to focus is, are they practically learning the skills, whatever is required for the day? Coding skills or anything that they like, right? There are umpteen platforms available for you to learn. You don't have to spend millions of rupees for that. Simple 300, 400 rupees, you can teach them skills at your home, in your this one itself, comfort of sofa, right? There are so many skills, but what is really required today to build the research mentality is the skills. Hands-on practical skills, student has to do it on the day. That is number one. Second is communication, right? I am coming from the next, in a sense from a college, right? From school, students go into college. Now India has a bigger advantage than China in this market because of one thing, our English language. Whatever British took up from us, what they left us, one really good thing is the communication, right? We are all really good in English communication. Now that we have to make sure that the kids are also having it. School is doing a tremendous effort. Beyond it, the communication I see is the biggest barrier when it comes to the next stage. In the college when we see that there is a huge gap in communication, because of which we are kind of a little struggling there. Now we need to address that, make sure students are confident and communicating in English. I got a really surprised this one, right? When I was sitting there, I saw a kindergarten student and a first grade student come on stage, address parents who are there sitting there, so many people sitting there without any stage fear. Very important, right? That's the skill that we need to inculcate with all our kids. Make them, allow them to talk in English. I'm not saying sacrifice your mother tongue. I'm not saying that, right? I put my kids in making sure that they are learning Tamil. I'm saying you make sure that they are also learning English. They are able to communicate fluently in English. It plays a big advantage when it comes to the next stage. Right? So this is something, right? I know that I'm touching upon 2 points. Research is one, where you need hands-on practical skills. Communication is one. Allow them to explore and understand what they see around them, right? Let them frame their ideas, what they want to be. Don't force feed saying you have to be this. Let them engage. At some point when they are clueless, then we seek help or we guide them and channelize them into one area. One more area, right, where I see that there is a lot of, I would say the information is not so proper. We need to help our kids is watching on what they see and follow from social media. Today when I see, right, anyone who has a WhatsApp becomes a doctor, right? They send a message saying this is the cure for this medicine. Anyone who has a YouTube channel becomes a career counselor. And many of our kids think that whatever is there on YouTube and WhatsApp is true. They think that the message, if it is on WhatsApp, the message is on YouTube, it is a true message. And the counselor is giving you the proper guidance on them, right? It is totally false. Every counselor is paid, right? Every YouTuber is paid. Now you need to make sure that you are following and getting the information, translating it in the right way to the students. This is very important that we do as parents. I am doing that because my kids follow so many YouTube channels. They frame ideas and opinions based on it. Now that becomes their belief system. Unless you validate it, you have conversation with them, they think that that is the right way to go. Now we are the people who need to come in and say, இது இல்லப்பா இந்த சேனல் இது சொல்றாங்க, அனலைஸ் பண்ணுங்க, இங்க போய் பாருங்க, அந்த எக்ஸ்பர்ட்டை கேட்கலாம். இந்த மாதிரி வந்து parents have to be the people who are guiding from that standpoint rather than saying let's all watch YouTube channel, let's find out what is the truth and then we'll go forward. Right? That's not the right way. Now overall, right, some summary I have given. As I said, right, I don't want to take a very long time. Like crisp of it is what I am presenting here, right? We need to know from our kids. One main thing is, I find one major gap that they have, which we, from my generation, we had is networking. When I say networking, I am saying that I connect with my relatives, I connect with my friends, physically meet them, talk to them. Now, if you look at this generation, even to their own friends, they send one WhatsApp message or one voice note. The personal interaction connect is missing, and this is what, even if you look at the web and others, they are saying is leading to the psychological problems. One area, as parents, what we all have to do is make sure that the networking is happening. Spend time with their friends, where get-together is arranged in your home or in their home, where students are networking with each other, connecting with each other, bonding with each other, not just on the phone, right? It has to be a physical where they connect and talk to them, and you spend some time when relatives come home, make sure they are sitting in the room at least to connect with them. Currently, if you look at it, students will go and say, I have an exam, parents will be interacting with each other or the friends who come in, and students will be in the next room, right? Now, we need to engage them all to make sure that they are able to interact. Now that's pretty much what I want to connect, right? I know it's like 14 minutes and 12 seconds so far, so I have another 45 seconds to complete my speech. So quick summary is what I'm going to do. We as India are primed to be a superpower. We are already a superpower. I'm saying number one in the world is not far away. From a youth, the energy that we have, we are really on top compared to any other country in the world. As school, it is providing you all the facilities. Now you as people, you have to take it and adopt it. Try to connect and talk a lot more to your kids to make sure that they are interacting with you on a regular basis. If TV can be taken out of the home, that will be the best, but I'm not saying it is forced. Our students can, over a period of time, their goals would change. Encourage that, have a conversation with them. Don't push them saying that you have to be a doctor. Encourage the conversation to see where they end up with, where they land, rather than force fitting. Ensure that the student is learning skills today, whatever is the required skills, we can easily get it on the web or we can easily provide it to the students today. Let's spend that for the student, for the kids to make sure that they are learning the skills. Communication is very important. Do not discount it. We need to make sure that students are able to communicate, one in English, communicate with each other, connect with each other, just not on the phone. Interpersonal skills are very, very important. Finally, when I studied, we had moral science as a subject, right? What is right, what is wrong through very, very small stories. Now, I don't know if it is there as a subject, but I would encourage you to look at it. Take your kids to an excursion to understand what is India about, right? Many kids don't even know. I mean, my daughter cannot actually travel from here to Madurai or any other place alone. Probably my fault or how it is in the environment, right? We are all freaked out because of the environment. But that is where I would say that we encourage, we take them to excursion trips to make sure that they look at the outside world beyond their phone, what is the reality of the world they need to understand. With these few words, I'll wish you all the very, very best. You are in a fantastic place. The school is ready to provide you everything, right? And I'm there for support anything, right? You can reach out to ma'am. Definitely we are all there to support. Wish you all the very best. Thanks a lot for providing this opportunity, ma'am, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you for a moment. For taking the time to join us today and sharing your valuable insights and words of wisdom with us. Your presence has truly made this occasion special. Thank you, sir.